know if you noticed, but I didn't post anything all December. With work, school finals, COVID restrictions, Christmas preparations, and everything else going on this time of year, things got a little bit overwhelming. So it's been a while. My subscription has run out and my horse is upset with me, but here we are in the beginning of New Year. But anyway, Star Stable posted this article some time ago reviewing the year that's passed, which is a shame because I was gonna do a video on that myself. But oh well, luckily I have some other things up my sleeve, so instead of re-reviewing the year of doom, I'm gonna talk about the possibility of Dino Valley getting updated soon. You may have heard the rumors or you may not, but some people are talking about Dino Valley. You see, there's been some hints and changes that suggest that something may finally be happening there. First of all, there's this post that was tagged on Instagram pointing out how there's been some updates to the Winter Village this year, and they said this could be a hint that Dino Valley was getting updated. Like a lot of people in the comments, I didn't really see the connection at first, but what this person meant was that since the snow and the trees and stuff have been updated, it might be a hint for what's to come in Dino Valley. While I do think that this update was specifically for the Winter Village, it's true that the trees and the snow in the updated Dino Valley probably will look like this as well. The Winter Village is the only other wintry area currently in SSO, which means that every change in the Winter Village is, in a way, a sneak peek to the updated Dino Valley. It also indicates that they are in fact working on updating the snowy textures. So in short, they probably are working on Dino Valley at the moment. Of course, this is not a shocker, because we all know how they're gonna update the old areas in Jorvik, but this is the first time we've seen any hint at all towards Dino Valley. So yeah, this is definitely interesting. But there's also more. Countless of people have been contacting me regarding one of the winter quests, where Big Bunny talks about the Ice Witch. I don't think the Ice Witch has been mentioned since Nick told us about her way back in the day, so it's definitely interesting to see her mentioned now. People are wondering if this could possibly be a sign that the Ice Witch was gonna come out, or that main story quests were coming, since this is probably Katja. But regardless of what this is hinting, the legend of the Ice Witch is a part of Dino Valley, so this tells me that something is going on up there. Think about it. We haven't had any quests in Dino Valley since it was first released, and there's no way they're continuing this story without updating the area first. All story quests happen in updated areas, and updated areas come with new quests. So pretty much, if we're getting any content at all related to the Ice Witch, the valley is getting updated. 100%. And speaking of which, Dino Valley could very well be coming up in the main story. Someone told me that they think the reason Dino Valley hasn't been updated yet is that they haven't gotten that far in the story. They pointed out to me how Wildwoods clearly have some story relevance, and that they might have to finish telling that part of the story before they can move on to Dino Valley, which means that after Wildwoods comes Dino Valley. And honestly, I think that's very possible. The Star Stable team does promise that the Dark Riders will finally return this year, and because I'm sure that the Ice Witch is Katja, I'm automatically thinking of the possibility of Dino Valley being important when they do. To me, it sounds like too much of a coincidence that they mention both the Dark Riders and the Ice Witch. In fact, I'm sure at this point that the Dark Riders are the very reason why the valley is getting updated. So with this logic, it sounds like Dino Valley will be updated after all of Wildwoods is released, and along with the Dark Riders and their quests. Now, releasing all of Wildwoods will probably take another few months, based on how long it's been since we got the first part, and they might need some time to finish up Dino Valley and the quests before releasing it. So my guess is that it's gonna happen around summertime at best, or during the fall. You know, somewhere between July and October. I'm sure that the team is gonna tease it way before it happens though, so it's not like it's gonna be a surprise update. But anyway, what are my expectations for the updated Dino Valley? Well, obviously there's the new textures shown in the Winter Village. This is something that's brand new this year, and it would surprise me if Dino Valley didn't have this kind of snow and trees. There's also the slippery ice, which I think would make a natural addition considering that most of the valley is frozen. Other than that, the thing with Dino Valley now is that there's barely anything to do. There's only a few NPCs at Nick's camp, there's no home stable chores, or even horses for sale, and there's currently only one single race. I therefore imagine that they will give us at least 1 or 2 more races, probably like the slippery kind, a few more NPCs which can be new or existing, and of course a more cozy camp with everything you might need. They can always sell us more penguins and other wintry pets, and have a horse market specifically for cold-tolerant horses. And also, can you imagine a home stable that looks like a giant tent? I mean, yeah, I can definitely see that. But there's also one more thing that I imagine, and that is that they're gonna introduce a new activity. This could be something similar to the collecting and crafting we have with Farah, maybe a new training method, maybe something social, or something else entirely. The team has been really good lately at giving us side activities to prevent boredom, so I'm sure that they have some sort of new side activity up their sleeve so that we don't just do the quests and move on with our lives. They sure want us to be engaged in the game, and it's their job to make it happen. We need a reason to go to Dino Valley, and what better way to do that than to give us some fun new activities? Dino Valley is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated areas in the game, and hopefully they'll give it some love when the time comes. I can't wait to see what they have in store for it. But now I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think they're hinting the Dino Valley update, and when do you think it's coming? What are your hopes and what are your expectations? Make sure to leave your thoughts down below, and as usual, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I'll see you around. Bye!